Greetings to all. You are watching Wisdom with Anthony. So my today's topic is maybe very common and maybe a problem of somebody that who is watching this video maybe for the very first time, or you are a continuous viewer of my channel, or by mistake by scrolling you must have reached to this channel or the platform. So the problem is common and we are going to find the solution, the best possible solution. What is the thing that today I'm going to discuss? I can speak English only for 1 minute, and if I go more than that, I get stuck, I get fumble, I make mistakes, I'll do lots of fillers, and the result, what the outcome is that I find myself uncomfortable while speaking English, and the purpose of speaking of mine gets incomplete there, and I'm not able to convey the right message, or I find myself very short in the conversation, and the purpose of the conversation remains incomplete or unfulfilled. So, you must have seen that we enthusiastically get into a conversation and afterwards suddenly we feel that we go blank, isn't it? Yes, it happens. And sometimes when even if we are intermediate one or we belong to advanced category, it can happen to anybody else, because that is a circumstantial thing. It can happen on any situation to anyone. You must have seen that sometimes you are a good speaker of the language and sometimes you are a learner of English language. You are able to well converse with others and you can well verse English, but what happens that when you are able to speak for more than 30 seconds or 40, you go with the fluency, but ultimately what happens, you get stuck, you get totally blank, you go blank, and you need to look for the words, you make mistakes, you get fumble, you make a lot of fillers. So all these things leads to the miscommunication, or the communication is incomplete with all these barriers. Why these things happen, today we will discuss and try to get out of this situation. The very first I have for you, that is lack of practice. Believe me, you must have seen lots of tricks in circus or even in the playground. You must have seen that is the outcome of practice. Now I can recall one incident. Once I was watching circus. In that circus, what happened, a person, he kept an apple on the head of a little girl, and he asked her to stand a little further at a distance, and he had a knife in his hand. He had to throw that knife and directly it would hit to the apple. Now can you imagine if without practice he tries to play this trick that may hit anywhere, any body part of the little girl? You just imagine this. Without practicing, if cricketer, maybe we can take the example of Virat Kohli or many other cricketers are there, if they go without practicing, don't you think so that they are unable to play the ball? They will be beaten up by the bouncers, by the dot balls, and moreover that they will be getting out very early and they will be having the fear of playing. They may not be able to play well their shots. What actually I want to tell you, once Bruce Lee said that if you want to swim, you need to get into water. You can't do swimming in the sand or on the earth or on the surface. You need to have water, you need to get into water. Similarly, when you want to speak English, you want to achieve the fluency, you need to get into conversation. And how can you do the conversations? You can start with the small things, even in your family, with your group, with your friend circle, anywhere, whenever you have time or wherever you have place, just start it up, because starting is the most crucial point that one can ever have. I hope you are getting what I mean to say. Practice, I'm not talking about very complicating practicing terms. No, my dear, I'm talking about the simple practice. Just you need to open the mouth. That's it. Because in order to become fluent in English, or in order to become confident in English, you need to learn that how to become a fluent speaker. And to achieve the fluency, you need to learn that how to open the mouth, how to make your tongue buttery and compatible to the conversation. If your tongue goes somewhere else, brain gets somewhere else, and your focus is somewhere else, believe me, what happens? Mess. It is total mess in the conversation. And you know it very well when it happens. I think it had happened a lot of time with you. I was also victim of that. But now whenever, recently I just can recall one example. What happened recently, I was talking to somebody. I don't know, my mind suddenly shifts from that talk to somewhere else and I go blank. It happens, my dear. It is a situational thing. Sometimes it becomes unavoidable. But as far as the things are concerned, I'm telling you that you can also be a confident speaker, but you need to learn that I need to hit the target by putting the right term into right way and right place. So I'm talking about to do the practice. More you practice, the more you practice, the more you learn, the more you become confident. And practice, again, let me add that I'm not talking about sit with the books and learning lots of boring grammar rules. No, 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 no. See, basic things, if you are a basic learner, you must be knowing all the rules. If I talk about the 10th class, till 10th class, all the rules, grammar, many things we learn, but if we are not able to converse, it means that we know the rules. That is in our head, but that is not coming out here. So to make my tongue compatible with my brain, I need to understand the loophole, the point where I need to put efforts. That's what I'm telling you. Open your mouth, be habitual, and speak more. Once you speak more, you tend to get into the practice and automatically it becomes easier for you. Second, I have lack of general knowledge. General knowledge, I'm talking about the basic knowledge of English language. Basic knowledge of is, am, are, was, were. I'm not talking about the rules and the deep rules of grammar, this or that, where you are supposed to put is, am, are, or where you are supposed to put according to subject. That is later on. Once you get into practice, once you know how to open mouth, once you know in something is singular, I need to use is, something is plural, I need to put are, something is singular in past, I need to use was, something was in plural in past, I need to use were. I think these simple rules are enough to open the mouth and speak. And when you speak, you know what happens? When you start speaking and when you tend to speak automatically, see, things will happen how? You will get stuck. How you will get stuck? Let me let you know. While practicing, no, you will get stuck because you will have to find out the word, that what do we call that particular word or structure in English. That time, what you all need to do is just you need to recall the words, or you will look for the words, you will find the words, and then you will use the same sentence or same word in your sentence. Are you getting me? I'm telling you something that I practiced, how I came along the way, so I can understand the agony and the pain that you must be going through, why you are not able to learn and speak faster till now. See, sometimes we want to speak English faster, we want to speak fluent English, but the reason is that which are the things, the barriers we are not aware of. Once you are aware of the barriers and the problems, which are barricading actually in your way to learn English or to speak English fluently, once you know, then you try to eradicate. Some people are there that they do not know which is the problem, that which is pulling them back. Once you know that this is the fact or this is the problem, then you can work upon to get the things done and to get rid of the unwanted things which are pulling you back or which are actually the main cause of your miscommunicating behavior. Then third, I have fear of mistakes. This I need not to tell anything. Actually, fear, let me make you understand what is fear here. Fear of being mocked at, that somebody might laugh at me, somebody make fun of me, somebody being judged, somebody is gonna be judging me. So these sorts of varieties of thoughts, when you start or when you let inculcate into you, so they come out in the thoughts, in the form of thoughts, and the thoughts creates the negativity, and the negativity surrounds you, and that never ever be making, that can never let you make the fluency in your language. All in all, I want to tell you. Are you getting me what I mean to say? Actually, the fear of being judged, fear of making mistakes, fear of the situation. Oh, somebody, and comparing. Sometimes we try to compare. See, his or her level is different, your level is different. Maybe you are a better speaker than him or her, or maybe they are better. So we are not in the contest here, we are learning. Once you know that your contest starts to you and it ends to you, it ends to you and begins from you, so then all the problems automatically get eradicated. The thing is that we are unable to actually spot the problems. Which is my problem? If you come to know, okay, this is, sir, actually my problem is that I'm getting fear of speaking English. When I speak or when I fall into conversation, so suddenly I have a fear of making mistakes. My dear, don't put your senses on the mistake. So you just keep your senses on speaking, and what will happen, it will happen the same. Where your senses and thoughts work, so your entire focus shifts from that place to there. Suppose you are thinking about the mistakes, automatically mistakes will be obvious. You will automatically get stopped. You will be automatically, the words that you know, suddenly you will go blank. Suddenly you will not get the words into your mind. Though you know the words. What is this? It directly, it apparently shows that something is pulling me back. Though I know the things, but still I need to pull up my socks and I need to work upon something which is a loophole, which is a low point in my learning, and try to remove it. Once you get rid of that, everything seems to be easy and comfortable to you. This is 101% truth. The next I have for you, not being a good listener. I heard somebody was saying that listening is like intaking. You are intaking. It is just like a tank. We can imagine it's like a tank. We are filling with it water. When you just turn on the tap, water comes in case if you have filled the water in the tank. So same, listening is most important part of English language, which most of us do not want to do, or we skip this. Yes, if you listen, the more you listen, the more comfortable and the more convenient you are in your speaking. We don't want to open mouth, we don't want to listen more, and how can we become fluent? That is why we are not able to. We are not habitual. If you are habitual of something, now let me give you one more example. Suppose you are riding Activa or two-wheeler or bike, whatever. In the initial days, you need to hold your Activa or bike and you are fully focused is on the road, just up next to you on the road, fully focused. And once you learn it, maybe after 1 or 2 years, if you are riding it, you may look here or there also, because you know that you have practiced enough. Your senses know automatically then when to put brake, and suddenly something comes across, your senses knows that here to put brake or here to do this or that. I mean to say, same it happens when you are in the practice, when you are in regular practice, moreover, that I must tell you, right? And when we are listening more and more, automatically what happens, that our nerves, our cells, they become habitual, because they also have memory. Your tongue also has memory. Now, you might think what sir is saying, the tongue has memory. Let me let you know. Suppose you are reading a very tough word. For an example, if I say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, if I said this word, the very first time whenever I heard this word, okay, let me let you know the meaning of this. This is very wonderful, okay? Extremely wonderful. So, the very first time when I heard this word, it was a problem for me. But when I kept saying and pronouncing that word, my tongue got habitual of that word. Now, are you getting me what I mean to say? So, I mean to say that certain things we automatically, inadvertently, we become habitual of, but we need to keep doing. Fine? So next time, whenever you are in the conversation, make sure that you should be in the proper conversation, the proper practice of listening first. Because the more you are going to fill your brain, the more you have something to speak. Then I have for you is shyness, which I don't think so that it actually exists unless we think about it. It doesn't come from outside. It is not a substantial thing that it comes from outside. No, I don't think so. It is actually inside you. Same like confident. Like you can just imagine with the help of this example, if I part my stomach in two pieces, left hand side I can say hesitation or shyness, right hand side if I put what? Confident. So it is up to me, it is within me that whichever point or the thing that I want to take it out, I can, and which one I want to let it remain, that is up to me. I need to find out which is favorable and which is unfavorable. And for shyness, I have also made a separate video. You can just go to the playlist. In the playlist, there is how to master spoken English. If you go through all the videos, whichever your problem is, I have apparently and clearly mentioned each one of your problems, those which were mine. And in case if you find that it is your problem, do watch that. It will be very helpful for you. So let us come back onto this shyness. Shyness is just like you are thinking about yourself only, and you are thinking the impacts that you are going to have on others. But on the other hand, paradoxically, it has no impact on anyone. It is just like you are just it is suppose you have a commander and you are a soldier. Your commander is going you to go this way, to run this way, and you are going this way. It's totally like that, because you are listening to your own conscious, and conscious are always let you know, these are always situational. I don't want to discuss any point here which was not my problem, because the points we are discussing here, which were, believe me, I took one by one points to remove from my conversation, and so long I have made if I tell you one day, surely I will be sharing my journey to you, how I learned. I used to cry sometimes when I was not able to speak English. Yes, you heard it correct. I used to cry literally with the tears. You might be laughing, some of you might be laughing, no, because I knew that was my passion. It can be anything in the life, your passion. If you are sincere about that, serious about that, one day you surely achieve that. That is 101% truth. I have done that, and one day surely I will be sharing that, how I have done that. But these were the points that I always struggled with. Nobody actually helped me come across these points, that somebody could tell me that, okay, these were the points that you go through, and this will be your problem, and this is the way that you can eradicate. Thus the problem remained there, and it took me years to learn English. But I do not want you to take years to wait for a long time to speak fluent English. We are gonna make it happen within few months. I'm telling you the truth, but you need to be sincere and serious about your learning. Within 2-3 months you can be fluent speaker of the language. So though it takes, learning is a process which never comes to an end. I'm talking about that you are able to converse with anyone within this span of time. So all the points, if I recapitulate all the points, that is first of all lack of practice we have discussed. So which are the solutions that you need to put yourself into the regular practicing term? Keep practicing. It means speak every day. Speak every day. Every day you need to open your mouth. If you do not have somebody, go and just find a mirror, make it a best friend of yours, and just speak to it. Take a topic, take daily routine, any incident, any event, any future incidents or events, just speak it on that. Future plannings even you can do. Second is lack of knowledge. See, whenever, simple thing I'm telling you, suppose I come across any new word or a new thing, see, we are learning, keep in mind, we are learning, and every time you learn, the same topic brings you the new things across, right? So whenever I just go through the basic things or the general, I always find something new, because I love to go in the depth of the things. Because when you go deep in the sea, you bring the pearl. Pearls are not on the seashore, right? Second is fear of mistakes. So don't think you are going to make mistakes. Mistakes are a part of speaking, so take it easy. Sometimes when somebody is not actually helping you out, you need to be a helper of yours. You yourself need to be a good listener. This is the key more than anything else. If you are a good listener and if you are practicing enough, your 80% journey you have. Listen to me, 80% journey you have completed. Then shyness automatically, when you are in terms of practice, it will disappear. So if you have liked the video, please do hit the like button, and if you are watching to this platform for the very first time, do not forget to subscribe the channel. And even if you find it good or worthy, you can share it with your kith and kin, those who are in dire need of learning English. Maybe they are planning to get a better promotion this time, a better job opportunities. We will make it happen. For any reason you are learning English, I am with you in your journey. We will make it 101%. Best version of ours is yet to come. So I will be bringing such videos for you. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.